Hey y'all, it's the Corner Adrian. Today I'm going to be talking about binding with KT tape, my experience with it, and some transition updates in general. Once I found out my top surgery date, I decided I wanted to try out KT tape binding just to see if that would be something that would be usable for me in the interim, so that I can like go swimming this summer or something like that. Turns out that was not a good idea. Like, long story short, do not bind with KT tape. It was like a cool experience, but like overall would not recommend. So basically what happened is I ordered KT tape on Amazon, and KT tape is like a sports injury related tape. So like people put it on like their knees or something if they have like strained muscles. And so I've seen a lot of videos or like read some stuff about people using it for binding. And basically what people usually do is they like put it on like the middle kind of part of their chest and like push their like chest tissue over and like secure it at the back with like the tape. So there's like a piece of tape like here, basically. I don't know if you can see like here on someone's chest. So that's kind of what I did. So I had heard that like it's really only good for people with like small chests. If you have like a larger chest, it's probably not going to work very well for you. And so I have like a pretty small chest, like not like a small chest, but I think I used to be like a B cup, and I'm probably more of like a B to C cup range now. I tried it. I'm like, whatever, I'll see how it goes. And so when I first put it on, it was like uncomfortable and like really annoying, and I wanted to take it off right away. Um, but like everything online said you don't take it off right away, or else it'll like rip off your skin. So you should like wait a couple days, basically, is what they said, to wear it for a couple days. So I wore it for 24 hours pretty much. I put it on at night, and then I put it on like before I was gonna go to bed, and I was up with like with it for about an hour, and it was kind of uncomfortable. And I said, well, I'm gonna try to go to sleep, and like if it's comfortable, if it's uncomfortable while I'm sleeping, I'm gonna get out of bed and like go try to take it off in the shower or something. So I was in my college dorm at the time, and then after like having it on for about an hour, I was like, okay, this is like pretty comfortable, so I feel safe going to bed with this. And I was like, I wanted my roommate. It was also non-binary transgender. So I was like, hey, do you want to like see what it looks like? And they're like, yeah. So I like took my shirt off, and I was just walking around with like just like basically my chest like taped to the sides, and that was like really euphoric and cool to be able to be like shirtless around my roommate, and that was like a really fun experience. And they were like super supportive, and they're like, damn, you look so masculine like with no shirt on. I'm like, sweet, like this is fun and cool. And then I slept with like no shirt on with just like the tape on, which was also really cool and a euphoric experience. And so I'm like excited to be able to do that after top surgery all the time, because when it's hot out, it's nice to sleep with no shirt on. So then in the morning, I got up and like didn't have to put a binder on, didn't have to put a sports bra on, just had the KT tape on. It was like kind of itchy and like slightly irritated, but I was like, whatever. So because I was wearing the KT tape, I could just wear like a tank top that I like never really wear, because I have to wear a binder with it, and even when I wear a binder with it, it kind of looks weird. So I wore like this Harvey Milk tank top that I have, and I can put a picture of me wearing it with the tape in here too, to be able to wear that shirt and just like not have to worry about like my binder strap showing or anything like that. It was very euphoric and cool. But then like throughout the day, it was just like really irritating my skin and stuff. So I kind of like kept like holding and stuff, and like trying to like apply pressure or like soothe my skin in some way throughout the day. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say, at night I also had put like a lotion on top of it, I think, because it was kind of itchy. So I'm like, oh, if I put like lotion on it, then maybe it'll like make it better. Which I did that, and like it didn't really do anything. And then I was wearing the KT tape like all day, because I was up like writing an essay basically really late at night. And then that was really cool. So then I go back to my room at night, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this off. It's been like itching me like literally the whole day, and it's really irritating. So I'm not gonna wear this for 2 more days. So I go to like take it off, and I kind of like online said like use like some oil or something, or like take a shower, or like use a baby oil to like get the adhesive off. So I put like more lotion on it, I think. I don't remember if I actually took a shower or not. I don't think I took a shower, which is probably like not the best thing. I should have taken a shower and tried to like get some of it off. But either way, I put like a ton of lotion on it to try to like get it, like that oil from the lotion, to like denature the adhesive to some degree, which I don't know if that worked at all. It was kind of weird. So keep in mind, you're like not supposed to take this off after 1 day. Like, not recommended that you do this because the adhesive is still stuck. Like, it's really stuck to your skin, and it was like really stuck to my skin. Like, I started trying to peel it off, but I had to take it off because it was so itchy. So I'm like, okay, well, this is coming off. So I think I started at the side, like where my rib cage was over here. But then over here, this is where I started like having issues. So, like, I started peeling here, and it was like taking off some of my skin. Like I'm not gonna be super graphic, but like it was like clearly like the most exfoliating thing that's ever happened to my skin, like in a not good way, like too much exfoliating, like gross. So it was like here and starting to peel off like layers, and I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. So like I left that there and started working the other side. So the other side I was working on, and it was still like really exfoliating looking my skin. It made it look really weird and like left some like lines on my skin from the adhesive that was still on it. It was really not pleasant. And so I kept like pulling this off, and I kind of like could get it to come off. It wasn't like extremely painful. It was just like really uncomfortable because it was like pulling it kind of like the little hairs that were on my chest, and like my whole skin was like, it was weird to see my skin kind of like moving in the way that it was. So I'm just gonna like, in case you don't already know, like trigger warning, this is like all very like weird body stuff. And it's gonna get a little bit worse. But so I keep pulling off the skin, like keep pulling the adhesive stuff off of my skin, and this side comes off pretty easily. Another thing, I also put band-aids over my nipples, which I had heard was like a good tip so that they don't get gross with the adhesive, which I would highly recommend if you are going to use KT tape. Like definitely put band-aids over your nipples, because like my nips would have like probably been fucked up if I didn't do that. But also don't use KT tape, like it didn't work very well for me at all. But if you're going to use it, you have to use band-aids over your nipples. Anyway, so I'm pulling off this stuff on the side, and like I was so thankful that I had the band-aids on my nipples, because like that was an easier part, and it would have been like so sensitive on my nipples if like I had pulled it off. But so that was very unpleasant. But it was more pleasant because of it was less unpleasant because I had band-aids over my nips. But anyway, so I keep pulling it off here, and like toward the end I just kind of like rip it off, like just the last inch or whatever of my, like toward the middle of my chest, and like this side was all like so red, like this whole skin was like red and like had lines on it from where the adhesive was, and it was just really unpleasant. Even when I took the band-aid off, my nip was like squished and like weirdly flat, which like whatever, had been like pushed down for 24 hours, so like that was fine, and it came back up. But the skin was irritated for like a week. On this side it was like kind of red for like a day or whatever, but then it was still kind of like irritated, and the adhesive kind of stuck on for a long time. But anyway, so I got that one off, and then my right side, I go back to try to get the stuff off my right side, and I start pulling it off, and like this is gonna be kind of nasty, so you can skip ahead a couple seconds if you don't want to hear this. But like part of my skin like came off like on the adhesive of the KT tape, so like it was like probably like definitely smaller than a dime size of skin, but like there was like the top layer of my skin for like a very small area like just came off with the adhesive. So that was like, oh my god, like I have a lesion basically is what it like looked like. And I was like telling my roommate as I was like in the bathroom taking this off, I'm like, this is kind of a problem, like I hope this doesn't happen on the whole way up. So that was really gross. And the rest of taking it off came off usually like how the other one came off, so it was like not too hard besides that, but I was like way more careful because I had like basically made a hole in my skin, so that was gross. That thing is like, it took like a couple days or something to kind of like heal itself over, but in the meantime I was like putting lotion all over my whole chest like every day because it was like so irritated and like red and adhesive-y still. It was like kind of sticky for like a couple days. That was really gross. But like the part that had the hole in my chest, like I couldn't put like lotion there because it hurt and like stung, you know, so I just kind of like tried to avoid that area. But I couldn't like, I don't know, I should have put like antibiotic on or something, but I was in college and like I didn't really think about it, so I just was like whatever, and it healed or whatever, it was fine. But now I still have like a mark there. It's like a very like, it's like soft and smooth. It's not like I have like a raised scar or something, or like a raised mark of any kind, but it's like a dark line a month after doing KT tape. So I would not recommend using KT tape because like y'all don't want to like scar up your chest, especially if you're trying to get top surgery and you're already gonna get scars like I am in about a month. But I will say it was like very euphoric to like not wear a shirt and to like be able to see myself kind of with like a flat chest without straps or whatever, like without a big binder. It was like a very minimally invasive thing, but like it was just not worth it for like the pain and like the discomfort that it caused me. I definitely could not do that long term or anything. So anyway, yeah, that's mostly what I want to talk about today. My transition and stuff. I've legally changed my name now, which is awesome. I could make a video to talk about that process when I'm like further down the line of changing my ID and stuff, which I probably will. Because for people that live in Minnesota, especially, I can like share what it was like to change my name and getting my gender marker on my ID changed, which I think I might have already mentioned on here. But on my ID, my gender marker says X, which is sweet. So just like let me know if you have questions about that or about my transition or anything. And feel free to subscribe to see more, because I'm going to be pretty available this summer to make a bunch of videos. So let me know what you want to hear about, and I will definitely keep y'all posted about my top surgery. And I'm going to try to film some of my surgery day and recovery, so that y'all can like learn and see, because there are very few videos of non-binary top surgery experiences on the internet. So I've watched like all of them, so I'm happy to contribute to this canon of videos eventually. So let me know if you have questions or specific things that you want me to cover in those videos. Like, I'll probably be editing while I'm recovering from top surgery, so yeah, let me know also any shows that I should watch while I'm recovering, because I'm gonna need those. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna go sit outside now in the sun. Peace out.